look what we have here, people. It's another day. So, I suppose, for you, my friend, I have Dragon Quest. Today, we are, of course, doing our dailies of the Abyss. We're being criminals. But before that, there are quite a few events going on today. So, I believe I've shown this off before on the channel. I'm not entirely sure. But this is the Otherworld Nostalgia. Oh my god, do we immediately get a match? What the hell? And essentially, this is the big super boss for version 7 that they added. A little bit of a party event. I think this is probably one of the newest bosses in the game. 8-person party again, and his gimmick is he likes to summon people. He likes to be very angry. And get all the bosses that you fought from this event. So if you've watched me play this event at all, or have seen the remnants of the monsters here, oh look at that, we had the same idea going on. Then basically this is reminiscent of all of those bosses. You're gonna find a bunch of those here. I believe King Godwin is from like Dragon Quest 6. Oh my goodness, I have no idea. But he is of course all the bosses here. Past games, past lives, and whatnot. But I hope everybody is doing good on whatever day I upload this on. We are doing a little bit more of the cool events from the Dragon Lord and the Grand Nimzo. Grandmaster Nimzo. Good old Dragon Quest V event today. Got the Dragon Mage here. It is modeled after Shala. Of course, you can't see her now because she went Dragon mode. But we're still in Chrono Trigger land. Over on the Sovereign Quest, I spent this morning, instead of streaming, I did a little bit more music video editing. I think what I'm going to start doing with those is just dropping them as videos. I really didn't want to do that because I didn't want to get too popular, too attached to it, because I feel like that would probably attract the wrong people to my channel. But who cares at this point? I'm just kind of doing what I feel like doing. And I feel like that's aiding me a lot more in just the peace of mind, because if you really want to have a good longevitous career, you kind of need the peace. And essentially, it's what I feel like doing. I've been doing a lot of full videos for things and doing a lot of, you know, longer edits and whatnot. So I'm like, yeah, why not? Just upload it. It's just fine. It's fine. I did get a little worried. I always like telling the story. I did get a little worried when I uploaded the first video ever to the channel, the continue video, and then everybody was like, oh my god, and then the whole band came back, and then yeah, but now I know my influence is not a bad thing because I actually know what to do with it. Before, it's like, you know, I was just a little kid, man. I didn't know what the fuck to do with influence. I don't want people to listen to me, and I still don't. But my want for people to not listen to me has evolved into a want for people to listen to themselves. And I realized I can do that with, you know, just leading by example. Like I usually do. Like, I don't fucking do anything for people. They're like, oh my gosh, he's taught me so much. I'm just leading by example, man. You know, I'm just a thing. I'm just a creature. You're just a creature. But yeah, MMO life has been going good. I've actually kind of delved out of this game a little bit. Like, I still don't resemble myself a gamer, and I hope, you know, the whole making videos thing isn't really exasperating my burnout fuels, which I don't think it is. I think I just like doing different things that I progress in, and there is still places to progress in this game. It's just I have other shit to do, you know, which is not a bad thing. You know, I'm helping people, of course, making the videos and holding up the channel, but helping people still in recovery, so I'm trying to like work out more, and now I'm in the process of moving and getting this income situation under control. Eventually, maybe, possibly, I may not have to rely on random gig jobs and my parents. Possibly, because I'm looking for supplemental income. But we'll see how the government is. Sometimes they're nice, sometimes they are complete assholes. And you know, who really knows what the indicative nature of that really is? We were going over like the entire paperwork for the process, and I'm like, just this is why I could not do this, man, because like you have to strategically say what you need to say and strategically not say what you don't need to say. It's all corporate bullshit, you know. I'm just too honest of a person. So you know, I obviously had my parents help me out with that. It was a pretty smooth process. Took a long ass time though, even with it being smooth. But we'll hope something comes from that, because like I've said multiple times here, jobs, they're not for me, and this is from someone who's had a lot of jobs and has not had a bad time basically at any of them. I just sadly I'm aware when I'm being disrespected, and that comes out, you know, in some way. I try not to let it come out, but it comes out in some way, you know, like I'm just not gonna be disrespected, see it, and not like react to it at all, you know. That's just what happens. And as the awareness comes to us slowly but surely, you kind of just have to, in order to not crash out yourself, you kind of just have to silently move away, and that's what I keep doing. And I realize it's really not a good cycle for me, psyche-wise, because it's really made me devalue the value of friends and other people, which I don't think is something you should ever do. Friends and other people have great, great, great merit on our lives. It's only when you yourself feel like, you know, you're undeserving, or you know, you have to do more, and then you're realizing like, wait a minute, this is kind of toxic, because, you know, I'm spreading my butter, you know, I'm spreading my butter, and I'm giving away my knife, essentially. So, you know, I got nothing to spread my butter with, and I'm using my finger, and, you know, my finger's all messy, so now I can't touch the controller, and then, you know, I don't know if this analogy is really working for you guys, but nevertheless, you know, you have to realize when you are actively doing too much for people. And I have to realize with this game, even with good old Square Enix, I have to realize when I'm doing too much for Square Enix, when I'm doing too much for this game. And that's what I realized, man. This game is just like my friend, and I have to be like, hey, I don't have to play you all the time, you know? And that's the wonderful thing about Dragon Quest in general. This specific game is a very, very kind MMO when you don't have time to play it. You do get the charge hours. You do get the welcome back bonuses. All that wonderful stuff for not playing, which is great, you know? And then you also have the app just in case, you know, you're away from the computer and you want to play, but you can't play. A lot of things, a lot of stuff. Yeah, one more thing to mention about this boss too. He goes invincible when he summons his allies. So you really have to kill the ads. It's like maybe we'll just focus on him. No, you have to kill the ads. You have to kill the ads. Not too bad though. I believe they have like reduced health. Maybe they don't. I don't know. But yeah, you can only usually take one of your otherworld party members in here, and then you get 4 other people. You can do this by yourself. I think I did do this on stream by myself one time. It went about as well as you expected it. But when you do it by yourself, you can take more than one otherworld party member, of course. I just don't have a really built team yet, so I imagine doing that would be very fun in the future. But right now, yeah, we're doing this with a party, which is very fun, because these guys are amazing at fighting this boss. I don't know if it's the AI or whatnot, but I have a really fun time with this one. I really don't struggle a lot, and I don't know, killing the ads is fun. Working with your Dragon Quest characters is really fun. So yeah, good game mode, I would say. Good game mode. You can really only get to this once you reach the farther versions, which will take quite a bit. I know from my experience playing this game and from people on the Discord, it's really hard to get past like version 2. Mostly because they just make you replay a bunch of shit and go back to area. Like that's the funnest part about this game, is seeing what the new areas are, seeing what the new characters are. And you want me to go like through 3 versions, repeating the same areas and same characters, and it just kind of raids on your annoyance for video games. And you know, I get it, Square Enix, you had to save money back in the day, but I'm just glad that version 3 definitely made up for it. Version 3 definitely made up for it in my eyes. And we will be coming out with the version 3 theory eventually. It's just I'm focused on other stuff right now. I just have, you know, a lot on my plate. And like I said, just with this game, just with any friend, I gotta treat my YouTube channel like a friend and be like, yeah, can't commit too many things to it. If you want an actual full life, you know, there's got to be variety. Of course, we're shrinking down our specifics, but there's got to be variety. Definitely don't want to make this too huge of a part of my life. But I do view this channel as, you know, sort of a child, so I have to be in it, but at the same time, I have to have a healthy level of disconnection to where it goes. You know, I'm just here along for the ride. You know, it is not strictly me, because it's kind of you guys too. You know, not to say that you're my children. I'm not Unk, but the channel in itself is like a not living thing, and I like to view it as a sort of entity, a child, of course, or a thing that is away from me, to sort of relax in the state of, okay, we don't need to think so hard or do so hard. We just kind of got to let the channel be the channel. You know, we got to let it speak for itself. And that's something that I've had a hard time doing a lot of the days. I don't know, man. It's like one of my most main wants in life is to be understood. But I gotta realize that something like this, it will happen eventually. You know, eventually somebody's gonna be like, I get this guy. I understand. But if I want that to authentically happen, I have to wait for it. I have to be patient, and I know there's a lot to unpack. So you know, I gotta I gotta unpack it. You know, you gotta go box from box. You gotta go line from line. I think we're done with this guy. Um, but yeah, it's quite a thing. It's quite a thing when you realize most of your life has just been all not lies, but lies of omission. You know, just people not really telling you the full truth because it's like, he doesn't need to know the full truth. He doesn't need to know how amazing he is. It's fine. That's okay. Nobody needs to tell him. It's okay. Just move on. Let's see if we can use him a little bit, and then we'll just, you know, that's just a little annoying. It's just a little annoying. But hey, man, it is what it is. You know, everybody's like, I understand the fear of being around someone who you feel like knows too much. It's a little much. It's a little scary. You know, it's a little scary. So I have to understand that people are just people. We're all horribly flawed creatures, and we just gotta move on from segment to segment. You know, I was talking about this, I think, on stream or another episode or something. But like, I've kind of grown out of my love for sweets. Like, if I had to name the last time I had like a sweet or a brownie, probably like a month or so ago, and this is from someone who, like, every night I would end the night with like a cookie or a blah blah blah, and from back in the day, you know, and then eventually it started to be not every night, like every week, and then every that, and then now it's just like I don't really care, like I don't like so yeah, it's been a couple months. I've even had like any kind of sweet pastry or anything, like not even for breakfast. For breakfast, I'm starting to eat saltier stuff, and that's the thing. You can't really hold yourself to an unfair standard like that. Like we're humans, we're flawed creatures, and we're always gonna keep growing. So, you know, don't fight against the current that rides you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just flow into it. The saddest thing about life is that we're only interacting with flows. And sadly, this isn't sad for some people, but we are very predictable as humans. We are. You can act like we're not, you can definitely act like we're not, but we are, and that's how scary things can happen in life, like your phone, like reading your mind. Basically, we're just gonna go balls deep into Nimzo. I don't care. I don't give a fuck right now. Nimzo as Shala. Let's do it. But yeah, it's quite a struggle when you realize that, yeah, we are predictable, and that's just what your phone is doing. It's going by the trends. It's going by what you normally click on. It's going by when you normally eat breakfast, and then it shows you the ad for McDonald's, and it's like, I do want McDonald's phone. How did you read my mind? It's like, because he got breakfast at 7 a.m. for the past 4 weeks, man. And that's the thing about humans. We don't do what is easy. We don't do what's hard. We don't do what's useful for us. We do what we normally do. That's it. So you gotta build the habits to have that good foundation. And what is that good foundation? It's the peace. It's the peace, baby. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Alright, so let's see if we can do this here, guys. We have the Demon Swordsman, so he's definitely going to be not bounced all the time, which is good to know. Let's channel our anger. Let's get angry. Let me get the mind over matter too, because I know he's probably gonna do some stupid breath shit. He's disrupting us. That's great. That's great. So now that he's disrupted, now we can get the mind. Oh, his disruption wave actually doesn't reach that far. That's good. That's good. All right, now we blast his ass. Blast his ass. That's good damage. That's good damage. Alright, who else do we have here? Oh, yeah, tons and tons of mages. This is a good team. This is a good team. Okay, get your element, guys. Get your element. Nobody's dead yet. Get your element, people. Alright. Yeah, I'll put one of these on him, too. Get some more damage. And there's the companions. Okay, guys, time to lock in. Time to lock in. Get rid of the ads. Get rid of the ads. Get rid of the ads. Ads are done. Okay. I'm gonna get more health. Everybody's still alive. Oh my goodness, we have so many mages and one pirate. I love the one pirate. Let's puff. Immediately go into puff. I'm not fucking around with this guy. I'm not fucking around with this guy, not even a little bit. Okay. Bombard. Ooh, he actually hit me with that because I'm a big ass target. I did it on the wrong person too, that was dumb. Dirty Claws. Big meaty claws! Okay, so I'm gonna keep spamming sand breath so that I don't have to go up to him. Wow, that does not do a lot of damage. And I'm dead. Oh, no. Well, that wasn't good. Well, that wasn't good. Okay, no. We got party revive. We got party revive. Who's that? The priest? I don't know. So, I've been thinking about it a lot, and I think maybe the class that I need to play for this is the dancer. I was thinking about that. Because I'm like, mostly the companions, not companions, but you know, the players here doing most of the work for me. I feel like I'm more comfortable just buffing up. You know, I feel like they could do it. I feel like they could do it, and I don't think Dancer is a bad choice. See this right here? Like, I don't know when to hit him and when to not hit him. So I feel like I'd just be better buffing up. Maybe, possibly. I don't know if Dancer is really good for this one. But yeah, I seem to do okay with Pirate. We have done this on stream as the mage, I think. The Sage, I believe. But I haven't done this as Dragon Mage. So maybe I'm not a Dragon Major. Maybe I'm a Dragon Minor. Did you get what I did you get what I did you Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And also we died here. That was fucking awful. But hey man, you gotta start out with the bad stuff. Okay, so our number one Ichigo was the last one to go. That was pretty sad. That was pretty sad right there. Pretty sad, but pretty poetic. It's the funny thing, man. Everybody loves the poets. Oh my goodness. You know, I don't like sadness. But it's useful. But it's useful. Let's try that one more time. Let's try that one more time. And then we'll fight the Dragon Lord. And then I'll do Nimzo at the end once again, like we did last time. I'll do them once at the beginning and once at the end. Because I'm a little Nimzo getter. I'm a little Nimzo biter, you know? That's just what I like doing. Yeah, but I feel like if I was really forcing myself, jumping in game every day, even when I didn't want to, you know, oh, it's dailies reset Saturday, I gotta play every day, instead of just relaxing and doing what I wanted to do, I feel like I actually would get burned out. Instead of this feeling right now where it's like, I could play, I could not play, I'm like, it's whatever. It's whatever. I'm not really worried about it. And you kind of want that mood alongside you. You don't want too many things to convince you of either side or either way. You kind of want to be in the middle. In the middle. That's what's really gonna bring you peace, you know? And sadly, that is why a lot of relationships succeed, is because the guy is in the middle, you know? The girl being in the middle is very bad. Very bad. Very bad. You know, because usually guys fuck it up, because we're the lovers, you know? We are the head over heels type. But oftentimes, when a guy is in the middle, he's just like, oh, she's here, I guess. Oh, we'll continue with life. I have work to do. It usually turns out well. And it's so sad, guys, because I'd love to be, you know, head over heels for someone and all that bullshit, but it's never happened like that for me, positively. We'll say it that way, you know? Me being head over heels for someone that sounds scary, you know? That sounds absolutely terrifying if you know anything about me. And yeah, it apparently was for them, because they're not here right now. So I understand, man. And honestly, with all of the weight that most guys should have, we don't have it nowadays, because the world has intentionally crippled us with a lot of movements going on. But one of them, for example, is just basically they've made us all broke. Because, you know, good old America. Good old America. But, yeah, life has crippled us in so many ways, and so you have to find a way to still tap into that energy. You know, that energy of, I'm fine, I have work to do, you know, we're okay. I feel like that, to me, is the only way for me to really find this foundation of peace, you know? It's like, yeah, this shit sucks, but that means I have work to do, and that's good. That's why I say all the time that I liked all the shitty jobs that I have. Because, you know, I go to the shitty job, and then I just put my sauce on it. You know, I add my sauce to it, and that makes it a fucking good job, because I'm not a shitty person. But oftentimes, guys, because we don't have these other assets, not everybody can just automatically know how to not be a shitty person. It's a sad but true fact that not all of us are born with the same skill sets. You kind of have to stop acting like we are. It's some of us that are just not able to you know, repeat, and be as proficient as others. And when you automatically give everybody participation trophies and tell them, yes, you are as good as others, or you give them these stupid fucking African American rewards, it pisses people off. It pisses people like me off, because, you know I'm good. But now that there's an African American award, you know, I'm only gonna get that shit. You know, that I'm immediately gunning for that. I'm immediately in the running for that automatically. And that's what inherently pisses me off about a lot of society nowadays. It's just there's too many rewards for doing absolutely nothing. Like, I feel like for YouTube, you shouldn't even give a plaque out for getting 1,000 subscribers. I don't know if they do, or 10,000 subscribers. Whatever the first plaque is, They shouldn't be giving that shit out. Because honestly, this shit is meaningless. You know, why are we giving plaques out for 10,000 videos made? Like, hello? Some people go ham in just different shit. And it doesn't matter what it is. You have to stop looking for the validation in the first place. What they've done with that is they've made it keyed in to rewards from other people. And when you're keyed into rewards from other people, especially with this crazy gotcha system world that we live in, you're gonna be constantly fucked over by the fact that the rewards are just so inconsistent. It's like there's no real way to just win all the fucking time, and that's what everybody's gonna tell you about social media. I went to an entire social media course and it pissed me off because the only thing they taught me is to just basically be consistent and know what you're doing. You know, and like I know what I'm doing. You know, have a target. You know, have a goal or whatever. But the basic rule, you know, was literally just be consistent. And I'm like, are you kidding me, dog? Are you shitting me out my booty hole? Like I just have to do it every day. That's it. Like, I basically already do that. But that's what I'm saying, man. It really does not take a lot to figure out how to get where you need to go. Oftentimes, you just gotta shut everybody else up. You know, you just gotta be like, hey, man, I know what the fuck I'm doing. Quiet the fuck down. You are not in this area. You are not in this system. And so when you do that, you realize that a lot of people are just trying to take you away from that authentic goal. Also, we are close to getting Nimzo, so let me lock in. Kill the ads. No, kill the ads. Kill the ads. Oh my god. Oh my god. And of course, as soon as I lock in, we all die. That's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. No, we're actually good. We're actually good. We have a pretty good amount of team left here. But yeah, it really doesn't matter. That's the thing, man. So many people will take you away from whatever dream you have, and I assure you, if it's weird, and if people are trying to take you away from it, that is a good fucking sign, man. Because people will definitely try to take you away from what actually matters to you, because they can see that. I don't know why it's so easy to see passion. But for me, that's the easiest emotion to detect, you know? I can hop in a stream for literally 5 seconds and be like, oh, passionate. You know, like it's so easy because you can tell who's there for it and who's there just because it's this streaming paycheck and I just really don't want to go to work and it's just, you know, it's a sad life that I just really hate and I just want to you know, and I'm not to doubt any of those people. I mean, like, you know, you have to figure out something to do, you know, and there has to be streamers like that so that there's a clear separation between the masses. I think that's helpful. But at the same time, you can't go to these people for advice, you know? You just can't go for basically anyone for advice. The best advice to give you is to shut everybody up for a long time and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Go on those long walks. Really delve into yourself. I've been doing a lot more of that, by the way. So maybe that's why I do feel not so freaking awful about life, is because I've really just been taking it slow and walking with a lot more silence. And of course I watch VTubers, so that means I mute a lot more streams. Because I just need visual stimulation. Don't get mad at me, okay? I just need visual stimulation. It's not that big. It's not that deep. But oh my goodness! It's a large chasm to cross when we're talking about the general acts of growth, you know, growth. And also when you're trying to spread kindness, people don't realize kindness is not just like a burst that you do. You know, it's a continuous act. You know what I'm saying? It's just like love. Love, I feel like, is an action. You know, if you love someone, you have to take actions to prove it. You know, not to say that, you know, you have to go this huge old big, you know, but just show your love in your way. This is another thing about the stupid freaking social media landscape and the gotcha game that is modern life, is that so many people tell us that giving love is this, and giving love is this, and giving love is... No, giving love is whatever the fuck you... Oh my goodness, I just can't jump when it happens. I'm never looking, so I never jump. Okay, I'm fine. I'm not crashing out. You're crashing out. Yeah, you know, whatever brand of love you have, you realize that nobody else has it, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all got jelly, but your jelly, it tastes slightly different than somebody else's jelly, you know what I'm saying? It ain't manufactured by a machine, and that is why it has value. So, oftentimes the only reason why a lot of creatives, a lot of smart people, a lot of, conscientious men fail is because we're taking notes from all these fucking people, all these fucking idiots around us who are just virtue signaling, just want to be heard, just want to be heard as much as, all the conscious guys do. But like, we don't care about being heard anymore because, like, Jesus Christ, to be heard, to be understood, it's a scary thing now. It's a crappy thing now. What the hell happened? What the hell? Get him! We got him! Let's go! Yo, amazing team, amazing people. Okay, awesome. But yeah, you gotta realize a lot of people are telling you what you need to do, where you need to go, who you need to be, who you need to fuck, who you need to love, what you need to do while fucking and loving them. And I'm like, I feel like we just need more life experiences, and we're not getting the life experiences because we keep getting the participation trophies that tell us, hey man, you got all the experience because you got this participation trophy. And I'm like, no, that is not, you have to win. You have to win and you have to lose. But you can't just participate like a little bit and then get the trophy and then think, yep, I've done it. I am actually professional. I am actually the best ever. You didn't know? Oh wait, is this evil Jessica? That is actually evil Jessica. I thought that was regular Jessica, but that's evil Jessica. Look at that, look at that. Dragon Quest VIII fans know. Dragon Quest VIII fans know. Yeah, that's the funny thing about life, man. It just takes a lot of experience. And once again, me, personally, I'm not mad that I went through all those experiences that were ultimately kind of useless. Or I gave all that love out that ultimately came back to bite me in the ass. I'm like, no. Am I going to stop giving love? Maybe. But the main thing, the main focus is to focus, Focus. Because if you concentrate your energy, it has more impact. If, you spread it out and you decide that everybody deserves a little bit of the sauce, it suddenly has zero value. And you don't want that. You don't want that, okay? I know as much as I say that I don't want to be seen or don't want to be heard or I don't really want to get that popular, I still want to make the music and I still want to impact people to make better choices or just think a little bit more or just enjoy life a little bit more. Whatever it is, I still want that. I just don't want worldwide appeal. I just want worldwide acclaim. One, because I don't feel like I'm ready, and two, because, well, I'm having fun right now. And I know if I had worldwide appeal, I probably wouldn't be able to do what I do right now. With great power comes great responsibility, my friend. And, God damn it, I wish I wasn't as responsible in life. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Like, it's really hard for me to give up on an obligation or to say no to people who need me. And I've been growing that skill because I realized, hey, wait a second, man. Maybe you need you. Maybe you need yourself. Did you ever think about that? Did you ever think about that? I don't think you did. I don't think you did. But at the same time, we have to realize, you can't just cut people out of your life completely. They have to sort of be there. So, I do respond. I am in places. I am around places, I've kind of just relegated it all to YouTube and Discord. Mostly because I hate every other social media platform. They're all disgusting, retarded gotcha systems. Even YouTube is. But, it's what I'm making stuff on. It's really enjoyable to make things. To me, at least. It really is. It really is. And so I feel like I would be doing a disservice to not only myself, but the people who are already here. We like I said, guys, we 10x'd our growth in a year just from me posting stupid videos that I thought nobody would ever care about. Really surprised me with that one Schoolboy Q video that I first posted. That was the first video that got over 100. I was like, really? The one where I didn't even use a full song, I used a sound effect? And so I was like, yeah, we'll lock into this for a little bit. And so you put your focus somewhere, and it's gonna come with, of course, consequences. I had to give up some things, but it's going to come with, the fruits of your labor. It's going to come with the payoff from the hard work. And of course, that is what we want. That's the main thing I want. That's why I sort of give up on life, and I feel like that's why a lot of guys give up on life. Because you do shit in real life, and there is zero payoff for it. AKA, you work the job, you get the promotion, you do everything for the girl, you go out with your friends, and it's just so empty. It's just all of it. And I don't see value in people that don't grow and elevate in the same way I do. And around me, I'm just seeing a lot of people that have naturally different processes. And that's fine, man. That's fine. I just have to find the people that have a process similar to mine, which is basically the process of, I'm going to do some weird shit. And I don't know if people are going to like it, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm doing it anyways. We're going to be goofy about it. And we're not going to take life too seriously because life is not supposed to be too serious. It's really not. It's really not. Life is a huge game, a huge comedy show, comedy. Because God is an asshole and He likes funny things. You know, just like me, I'm an asshole. I like funny things. I'm not God though. I'm not God though. I haven't reached Kanye levels. You know, I need 5 summers. We've had 1 summer. I need 5 summers to reach Kanye levels, and then I'll start calling myself God. Um, I gotta take out these ums too. I realize a lot of people, a lot of speakers, and I'm delving in to be a great speaker one day, you know, possibly even tomorrow. But I've noticed a lot of speakers, even those who are very, very great, sometimes have like the ums and the ahs and the whatevers. And that's one thing about me. The reason why I don't want the worldwide acclaim is just I know there's so many like plateaus to reach for all of this. You know, all of the elements that I've connected to make this, they have more Lego set. I'm over here looking at the character selection screen, and I'm like, there's so many question mark silhouettes here, and I'm like, there's too many question mark silhouettes. I can't show you all the screenshots for my in-game photos now. I can't go New Game Plus yet because there's too many silhouettes, right? So yeah, that's one of my silhouettes. It's like there's a like. It's truly getting rid of the catchphrases, the filler phrases, so that people actually focus on the words that I say, because I've heard from a lot of people that there's value in sort of like a ramble speech about nothing but just goes back into something and then just gives you hope, you know? We need more people that make us think of our own hope. And I hope that's what this does for you. I said hope too many times in that last sentence. I'm like the hope pope. Crazy. But this is not for me to drown in myself. Well, I mean, of course, it's kind of like that. It's kind of for me to drown in myself. But this is not entirely for me to drown in myself and keep sniffing and huffing my own farts. A side product, a byproduct of me huffing my own gastrogen intestines is helping other people to huff their own gastrinal intestines and hopefully help you learn to alchemize that bullshit, because life is only going to give you bullshit, into boom, something out of the park, into boom, a home run, into boom, suddenly I'm successful. And I feel like being successful is just a switch in your mind. You know, it's just a dial that you have to turn, honestly, because it's so different to everybody. Everybody has a different idea of it. And I think my idea just entirely of success is kind of just being content with the progress that you're making, you know, being happy with the community that you're building, you know, being stable and comfortable at the rate you're progressing or regressing or staying still. It's a little bit of a narcissistic thing to constantly tie success to other people, which is funny because narcissist is like, I'm only thinking about myself. But like, if you tie your success to different ramifications or modifiers like subscribers or, you know, money you're getting from your job, or, you know, if you have a girlfriend, or if you have a lot of friends, or if you're in a lot of discords, if you tie your success to that, well, first of all, life is going to throw a lot of curveballs at you because, you know, life is only what we focus on. And if you focus on that, then, you know, you're going to see all of the intricacies that come with adding and depleting and running around with the outside world. And it's just nothing is permanent, no matter how hard we work, no matter what we do. And so to truly be successful, you got to look inside yourself and be like, is this some stuff that I'm happy doing? Is this a life that I am, you know, happy living for whoever the future me is? Because future me is going to look at you right now and he's going to be like, that's weird. I wonder why they did that. Or conversely, they could be like, that's good. I'm glad they did that, you know? Or we're not going to go to the third option because, you know, that's a little bit of a depressing one. But nevertheless, you realize you can just alter your circumstances. Like I said, you can turn that dial at any time. At any time during the journey, you can just decide, yep, I'm successful now. At any time during your journey to the riches, you can just decide, yep, I'm rich now. At any time to your journey to having a girlfriend, you can just decide, yep, I have love now, or I have a girlfriend now, or I have validation now. Whatever it is, whatever part of that relationship that you want. Because I feel like a lot of people don't really want like a girlfriend for the actual like person there. It's always a feeling, It's always like a comfort. Oh, just to know something about yourself, which I just always found really, really, really disgusting, very greedy. That's what I found out about a lot of people that wanted to date me. It's like you didn't really want to date me. You just wanted the way I made you feel to happen all the time forever. Okay? You didn't really care about all the crazy shit that goes on in my mind. And it's very indicative because I tell you the shit that goes on in my mind. Oh, guys, have you this reminded me. This little rant that I had reminded me of that TikTok. Where that guy's just looking at the spool of wire that's really small, and he's just staring at it, and then his wife comes up to him. He's like, "So I saw you staring at that. Are you okay?" And he's like, "I was just looking at this, and it's like I've had this spool of wire since we got the house, and just like it's just 4 years of my life, and it's just like gone, Like where is this wire going?" And you can just see in his head that he's picturing all the times that he's used the wire. And all the places that the wire could be at the moment. And you can see, and then his wife is just like, "Well, you're wearing your Jets hat, and I was just wondering if you were okay because of the game." And then he's like, I'm going inside. And that's literally how it feels sometimes. It's like you have someone around you, but you are still not being seen. And I never want to be relegated to that. I was almost relegated to that multiple times. But luckily, God has a way. Always, man. And he'll tell us when things are wrong. I used to really hate my panic attacks. Now I kind of love them because they're just a signifier. It's just a signal, It's just a signal something isn't right and we need to leave. And that's it. Super cool, super chill, nothing big to it. See, the problem is with panic attacks is the way people react to it. It's your body doing something. You have the complete and utter control to stop that bitch, to be like, "Hey, shut the fuck up." Let me calm down. Let me not crash out. And that's the thing, guys. I get triggered a lot online. I get triggered a lot online, and usually, unless it's for the horny, I don't react to it. I'm just like, I'm chill. I'm not gonna immediately, especially for something angry. You will have a lot more peaceful of a time online if you let the anger flow through you instead of letting it flow through your phone screen. You feel that anger, you put the phone down, and you're like, "Let me channel this shit." Instead of getting angry and immediately starting to type. Like you're not gonna solve anybody's problems. You're not gonna get anybody's head. You're not gonna convince anybody that your argument is valid by yelling at them or screaming at them or telling them they're a retard. Basically the only helpful and suitable outcome is to shut up. You guys don't know how much that hurts people. Way more than saying shit to them. And this is probably mean. This is probably a mean thing that I'm doing nowadays, but I am indeed just dropping comments that just say ... now. Whenever it's something that really pisses me off. Because like I'm technically, I'm not even technically, I am a content creator now. I'm a content creator. We've got like freaking 90 people who have joined in since I've started this journey of debauchery. So I can call myself a content creator now. So if you want to know my fucking opinions, you can watch my fucking videos. You goddamn loser. It's so annoying how so many people just feel the need to crash out with their words. No, use your speech. You articulate your points, okay? And we'll get into this probably on the next Abyss Criminals, but there are a lot of people who have no idea how to make points or make arguments or reason with people. And that's a huge problem because that is literally everything in life. Because it's nepotism. It's nepotism that gets us there. And of course, some people don't want to be there. Ergo me. But it's nepotism that gets us there. And it's these qualities to be able to convince someone of your point that allow you to get deeper into the nep hole. Oh God, Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Hyperdimension Neptunia. I did not mean to that nep hole. I apologize. Oh goodness, I need to do cosplay of that. But yeah, it's very, very, very funny how a lot of people just imagine that yelling and screaming loud enough will, suddenly wake people up. And, you know, maybe that worked when we were kids. Maybe that worked in high school to get your bitch ass up. You know, you go to school, you dumbass. Maybe that's when that helped. But right now, nowadays, that ain't doing it for us. That ain't doing it for anybody. Okay, if the feminist movement and the huge migration from the left has taught you anything, it's that screaming at people does not work. Does not work. That's not how you do it, my guy. That's not how you do it, my guy. If you want to win an argument, every time, even if you're right, man, even if you are right in the end, you know, I'm saying everything right. You know, this is like that one meme, I might put these memes in here if I feel like editing this. That'd be pretty funny. But that one guy who's like, why are you booing me? I'm right, you know, with the glasses, and then he's But if you yell and articulate your point like a dumbass, then yeah, they will boo you every time. Every time. Because nobody wants to be yelled at anymore. We don't want that shit, bro. We don't, like, come on. That is so this is so 2008, my friend. Good old year of the truth, 2025, baby. We trying to love. We trying to vibe. We trying to feel some shit. You trying to fuck up that Ruby. Trying to fuck little Ruby up. But yeah, it's a lot of retardation going on, and honestly, it's weird because I feel like a lot of the retardation is what gets pushed. I didn't say what is popular, I said it's what gets pushed. Because a lot of people don't know this about YouTube, but the like and the dislike buttons are exactly the same. That's why they took dislikes off. Because they do the exact algorithmic function. The exact same shit. Okay? I'm sorry if I'm corrupting your mind. I'm sorry, but you need to know. You need to know that it does not fucking matter what you put in that goddamn, you know, go ahead, dislike every one of my videos. Go ahead, and then watch the view count go up. Watch the engagement go up, you know? Watch my next video get put in front of more faces because you clicked more things on the video. And guys, this is how the entire internet works. This is how the entire internet works. The entire internet runs on clicks, on interactions. If you are on a web page and you really like a website, click all the links all over the website. That's going to help the website. I'm not even fucking joking you. And this is just exactly how everything works, man. It's like if you like McDonald's, you know, just go drive through every McDonald's parking lot. Park in there for a little bit. It makes it seem more popular and then more people want to go there. That's just how people work, man. Oh, that's a cool outfit. Where'd you get the hat? Hold on. I know where you got that hat. But we'll do one more thing. We'll do one more thing. I think I don't want to do Nox. You know what? I do want to do Nox. I haven't done Nox as a Dragon Mage, and this might go poorly. We'll try it anyways. And this will be our last one. I feel like, ooh, I got too good on Nimzo. I got Nimzo too good. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even realize I killed his ass. Because he had a great team. He had a great team, right? So, you are my team right now still, guys. You're here on the same video, so you're the team. We're gonna do this shit again. First time fighting Noxatorius with the Dragon Mage Master. Indeed. But I feel like those are the outlines for success. Those are really the ways you need to do it. It's turning the dial. It's learning new things. And being at peace with that. And you have to basically do these things to yourself. You know, you have to nepotism yourself. A lot of people don't treat themselves like a person. I don't know if there's a lot of people, but maybe a lot of people like me don't treat themselves like a person. But you are a person that you're interacting with. I feel like who I'm deciding to interact with now is like my inner child who needs to be nurtured, needs to be like settled, because I really don't find a lot of satisfaction in the adult life. I really don't. I don't know about you guys, but doing all the adult things, like I have to add some kid shit to it to make it fun. You know, I gotta play some video game music while doing the dishes. You know, I gotta dance around by doing my taxes. You know, I gotta play video games while I'm in a class. It's really like an antithesis to what I actually want from life. And it's very, very frustrating that is the entire like adult world. And like I can do it. I know I can do it. I have done it for almost 10 years. You know, a lot of people don't have over 10 have double-digit jobs over the course of 9 years. And I realize that's like, holy shit, that's like me switching jobs every like 6 months or so. And that's not really how it was. I really stayed with like 2 jobs for a very long time. And then the rest were like very, very short-lived. I also had a couple of gig works. Guys, it's not for me to be a salesman, but just saying, if you have any of those gigs where they're like, oh yeah, this is totally incentive based, or commission based or whatever, yeah, you just be aware that in order to make your money, you will have to make sacrifices. And sometimes those sacrifices are other people's well-being, and that's all I gotta say about that. I don't like commission based things because of that, especially when you're doing sales, man. It's like I could make more money, but I just don't want to. I don't want that on my conscience. It's like I'd rather just go to the army and kill people. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? I don't know. I feel like I'm too good of a person for this society. It's really weird how normalized things like that have become, though. Very, very strange. And it's not even like I'm talking about doing horribly like deceitful things to people. It's just things that'll slightly fuck you over that I'm lying about. And I just can't take it personally. It's not for me. Oh, he's doing the fucking water attack. I'm gonna get away from him. But yeah, I think a lot of people have this problem. At least the people that I watch, the people that I tend to follow, that their authenticity is actively hurting them. And if that's the case, man, then you just know you need to shut up. You just know you need to shut up. And I think that's what a lot of guys have come to the conclusion of. It's just like, silence is basically the only option when you actually have an opinion. It's very sad to say, but I find it to be very true. I find it to be ungodly true, ungodly levels of true, which is really sad because I used to really like talking. I was the guy. I'd be up like at 4 a.m., 3 a.m. talking to people, and it was so fun. And now it's like what's the point? Like what is the actual point, man? If I can't sleep, I know how to make myself sleep. I just do work. And then eventually I'm like, God damn, I'm tired of doing work. I make a lot of decisions, especially in this game. This game, I take it as work because it's just me making a lot of freaking decisions rapidly. And so I do work, I make decisions, and then suddenly, holy shit, I need to pass out no matter what. And yeah, because of that, I usually pass out at weird times. But we've gamed the system now so that I sort of wake up in Japan time so I can actually play this game with people. But yeah, I would fall asleep at the weirdest times before because I wouldn't be able to. I wasn't truly like exhausted yet. And you can't fight against that. So you can't fight against your silence. Like if everybody's coming at you against you because you're telling the truth, because you're truthful, then it's time to check out. It's time to check out and put your energy towards where you really feel like it's needed. Where you really feel like it's something that you can process better. Because all in all, man, I think we all just really want to be understood. Maybe not heard, but just understood. Just understood. For me, I'm like, yeah, my voice does not need to be big as long as people get it. Yeah, I'm good. So I hope to dear God that I have, a good 25, 30 maybe group of people that understand it, and then like the other fucking 80 or so of you guys are just kind of here for the music. I'd be cool with that. I'd be cool with that. Be cool with that. And even still, whatever reason you are here, notice that it's just me, man. I'm just a guy. It doesn't matter too much. Sub if you like, unsub if you like. It is just an algorithmic function, okay? This is not me. This is a creature that I'm creating. The Koopa. Yeah, I don't know how many of you guys realize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm ruining your disbelief. I'm suspending your disbelief right now. But the Koopa is not real. It's not real. It's not a real thing. And I feel like for channels like this, it's something that you kind of have to lock in on and just know that it won't be here forever because I'm making content in the way that I'm making. But at the same time, in this wonderful, wonderful 2025 AI era, nothing is fucking real. Nothing is fucking original, and the dead internet theory is way more crazy than you actually thought. Okay, you have no idea how bad it is, honestly. It is down horrendous. Okay, not only in the internet, but just in life in general. It's down horrendous. Oh man, where's my sobering slap? Oh, there it is. Oh, I made it. I made it. I made it, guys. I'm not dead. Okay, before we do that, let's break the damage cap, and then we'll do the special. I think we're gonna. Oh no! Oh my goodness gracious, that was so good. That was the craziest jump I think I've ever done in my life. Oh, I still died? Are you kidding me? What did I get killed by? Oh, the laser. The laser. Funny, funny, funny. Always happens, man. Always happens. He's doing the Spyrothorn again? Okay. Yeah, I feel like a lot of times we just discount the internet. You know, I feel like there's just two sides. You know, you discount the internet for being completely fake, or you're on the other side where you overcount the internet for being too real. And none of them are good. None of them are good. It's a separate world, man. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing. It's just a separate world. That's it. You know, I have internet me and I have real me. And that's what you need to just stabilize and be comfortable with, okay? Like, as soon as you step off of this shit, I don't care if you even make money from it. I don't even care if you have clout from it. Like, whatever it is. And fuck, you guys don't think I'm proud of the shit I make? If I really wasn't proud of the shit I made, I just wouldn't upload it. I am so fine with that. But I am very proud of the shit I make, and I know it affects people, so I fucking put it up. Okay? So I'm very proud of what I do. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And still, even me, and I hope this is the same way when I'm super popular, probably will be, if I get super popular, but I don't care, you know, that's not me when I go and step outside. I'm just a regular guy walking around, living his fucking life, you know. It's not like I go around and shove my YouTube channel in everybody's faces, because oftentimes, more than not, man, people are just going to make fun of you. They're just gonna buy behind closed doors, you know, talk some shit, talk the gift of the gab, you know, shit on your grave, all that fun stuff, and you just don't need the energy from your immediate area. You don't. I tried it before. I tried it a little bit. I think this was one of my test streams or something, and I recently did another stream as well, just real quick, and I put my location in there, and it was weird. It was weird. The energy felt weird. I had weirdos in the chat. It was awkward. But nevertheless, we still stream because I have a drive to perform. You know, that's not gonna stop me or dissuade me. Yeah, I do get a lot of interactions online that are bad, even from this very channel. But that doesn't dissuade me, and none of that should dissuade you. Like I said, success is a switch. And if you flick that success switch while you are in the state of flow, that's when you get the peace. That's when you authentically get the peace. And that's what we're trying to build, man. A foundation of peace, so that I don't end up in pieces unwillingly. I'll break myself up, though. I'll break myself up all fucking day, baby. I think a lot of times what we really miss about life is that 90% of what happens to you, it's from you. Nobody else did it. Nobody else did it. Nobody else wants to do it. Nobody else wants to help you do it. And you gotta be okay with the lonely stage. A lot of people aren't okay with that. I love the lonely stage. COVID was great for me, personally. Well, not great, but you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. It was a moment for me to realize what I really needed, because I was the guy, man. I was the guy. You know, at a certain point in college, people would go to me to ask where the party was. It was stupid. Okay, it wasn't stupid, but it is what it was. You know, I don't want to name it like a horrible statement like that or whatever, but it is what it was, right? And now we're on a different era where it's like, I don't need to host the party. I have to be the party. You know, I have to be what I was for everybody else, but for myself. And honestly, a lot of times I don't feel like talking. I don't feel like partying. I just honestly, I just feel like getting up and dancing. Is that weird? Is that weird? Yes, that is weird, but that's me. And I just can't care who has anything to say about that. You know, I can't care if people want to look at it when it's online. I can't care about any of that shit, because it really doesn't matter, man. I feel successful. You know, it's just like oh my god, you know, and just like are my things. I think so. We're working on the upgrades, but it's similar to the song, West Side Story. I feel successful. I feel successful. You know, and that's all you need to do. You just need to feel it. You just need to feel it. That's what a lot of girls need, and sadly, they just can't turn off the damn feeds and rest with themselves so that they feel beautiful again. They can't do that, man. Sometimes they don't have a choice. And I really don't know how the machinations of the female brain works, but I do know that they do need people. Unlike guys, we don't. Sad but true. But they do. And on top of that, they're more receptive to chaos. So please, more people need to learn to spread kindness. Goodness gracious, we need it. Goodness gracious, the girls need it. Okay? It's just like, I got so angry at this Kirby video that I was watching the other day because he was really complaining about people not giving the reviews a 10. And I'm like, oh goodness, Nintendo fans. So with a game like Kirby, it lives and it dies with its community. It does. That's the main thing. So stop calling people who have played the game stupid. Stop calling them that. They've played the game. They are trying your game that you love. So please help them. Please, for the love of God, help them, okay? That's it. It's not an easy game. This had the same problem back in the day. You realize the same courses are there from back in the day. It is not easy to latch your brain onto. I don't care if we are 2020. Actually, it's really worse now that we're in 2025. People are even dumber now. So I don't understand why we're crashing out over people because the complaints were honestly warranted. It's like, you know, not a huge amount of content. The controls are weird. Yada yada yada. You know, now that people complaining about the graphics, I'm like, okay, maybe you shouldn't have bought the game or like a Nintendo console in general, but whatever. Maybe those people didn't play the game. But yelling at people who played the game for not giving it a 10 because they didn't understand how to play it, like, bro, can we help these people? Can we appreciate that they tried it in the first place? I don't know. I feel like kindness has been really overrated, and there's a way to do it by making it interesting, okay? You know, you can be kind, funny. I don't know why people realize that that's not a thing anymore, but yeah, a lot of people are crashing out over stupid shit over this game, and I feel like this is going to be a good game. It's really sad that a lot of people are playing. It's the best thing on the Switch 2 or whatever. I'm like, it's a racing game. I know Sakurai made it, but it's a racing game. Why is the best game on the Switch 2 a racing game? But that's how Nintendo consoles usually go. I mean, luckily, back in the SNES days, they released Super Mario World, right? But Mario Kart was really good launch title, and so was F-Zero. So I understand that's how Nintendo does it. It's just very sad. You know, it's very sad. Donkey Kong Bonanza was yeah. You know, and I feel like a lot of people just kind of hate the whole fact that I feel like life just revolves around money, you know, just the fact that these IOUs and without the IOUs from random stupid individuals who are Nintendo captured, they're not going to be able to make the good games. And I feel like you just don't need that much, man. I feel like you just don't need that much to be successful. You don't need it, okay? To succeed in arguments, to succeed in life, in companies, in business, you just gotta want less. And that's where we're gonna stop it. That's where we're gonna end it. I'm actually gonna go home. You just gotta want less things, okay? And that's the main thing, people. We have all these desires baked into our heads because of the second world of the internet. The second world of the internet is constantly expanding. It's constantly growing. New content creators pop up every year, every day, every second, every minute. Millions of videos uploaded, and you think that finding the right one is the way in this gacha system, and it's not. You just have to lower your desire. You just have to want less. Oh, we want it at the same time. That's cool. That's cool. We're cute. We're cute. That's all I really have, guys. Be successful. Turn the dial. I appreciate everything you do and everything you don't do. Thanks for the support on the channel, and I will see you next time.
I'm the fucking nigga. What did Drake say? You don't need no motherfucking wars, you already won. Bitch, I won, bitch. Tell me different anybody. Cross the line if you feel different, nigga.